And we are live. Welcome, guys. Welcome to the Push Power to Power show. Hey, it's nice to see you again. It's been a while, right? It's been a while that I haven't been doing the show, the Push Power to Power show. I've been at home. I've been reading. I've been trying to adapt. Not trying, well, you can say that, trying to adapt to the new world as you know it. We're in the new world, so I'm trying to adapt to the new world, trying to see what's my next steps, what I gotta do. And it's a little bit tough because as you know it, it's new out there already. It's a little crazy that people are saying we're gonna get back to normal or we're gonna open next month and it's gonna be good. uh-uh uh-uh it's not gonna be. Yeah, we all wanted to be back to normal open businesses, but it's not going to be the same at all. How are you going to open businesses when we know that a lot of people are still scared? They don't want to be, they do not want to be close to each other. So restaurants and coffees and all that, everything that is still closed right now, um, it's something that is going to be hard work. How are they going to do it? They have to adapt, like super adapt to something different. Because like I said, everybody's scared. Everybody, well, I don't want to say scared, but to have the businesses, I mean, the whole world or the United States or whoever's going to start opening first, whatever state, it's going to be a little tough. And that's how I've been at home. And I'm like, I haven't even done my show. I haven't even brought you guests here. So I'm like, who am I going to bring? So I said, you know what? I'm going to start bringing up guests. I'm going to start doing 2 shows a day. 2 shows a day. If you don't see a show, it's because I didn't do a show. But I'm going to start doing 2 shows a day, one in the morning and one in the afternoon. One in the morning and one in the one in the morning is going to be at 10 a.m. and the one in the afternoon is going to, I mean, the one at night. So one in the morning, one at night. The one in the morning at 10 a.m. and the one at night is going to be at 10:30 p.m. So today we're doing 10:30 because my guest told me, hey, can we do 10:30? And I was thinking doing it earlier, 9:30, since everybody's asleep at home still. So I'm like, nah, 10 is fair. So we can go from 10, 10:30, 10:45, either way, the whole hour, 10 to 11. So that's like the great time to do the show. But I hope everybody's blessed. Everybody's at, home. If you're essential, you're working, just be, um, don't panic. Just go out there and do what you got to do, but still be alert because, I mean, a lot of people are getting um, sick. Not sick. A lot of people are getting the positive and on the coronavirus. So it's tough out there. I know. I know it's tough out there. But I'm back and I'm happy to be back. Like I said, the show gotta go on. Like I was adapting. I said, you know what? I'm gonna have a lot of information to push out there for you guys. To push everybody that is watching number one right now. Live number two, be watching it replay. I want to give you information. I'm gonna give you guests that they've been doing a lot of things. They've been helping out there. They have their own business. They've been falling and they're telling you through the storytelling. They're telling you through storytelling. And today, my guest, I'm excited to have him, Mr. Christopher Allen. He'll be here in a minute, in a couple of minutes. I just want to talk to him and see where I met him because I met him a long time ago, but I don't really remember when and where. Kind of. I kind of want to know. Think that we met when I was interviewing my friend Faustino de Blas. I was interviewing him at a Starbucks here in Houston, Texas, somewhere in 529, not 529, Willowbrook Mall, somewhere over there, the Starbucks Willowbrook Mall. And I think me and Mr. Faustino were finishing, and Mr. Faustino left. And then while I was leaving, there was a table around, and there was somebody else was doing like a podcast in the table right there, Starbucks. And I think that I want to introduce myself to him and two other more people, but I'm not really sure if I was him or it was somebody else. But we will know. I'll ask him when I get him in here. But like I said, I'm back and I'm happy to be here to bring you here. So this is what we got to do, guys. Right now that we're at home and we're not trying to go outside. Well, try to do something. If you're afraid of having doing show or you don't have your own show, Well, push out there, share whoever is out there giving information for somebody. There's a lot of people right now giving a lot of information, and this is the time that the best time to do that, to bring in guests, to put content, to help each other out, to collaborate. The three C's. This is something that Laura Longmar, Laurel. I don't know how to say her name, but there's the three C's. You collaborate, creativity, collaboration, creativity, and capitalism as cash. If if you don't want to name it capitalism, you can name it cash. And those are the three seasons. It's something that we gotta do now, right now that the we're in the new world. So we do have to collaborate. We have to know who to collaborate. What are you doing? Who is somebody that you can talk to them? Somebody that is out there that it's making it happen, and you can collaborate with them and be creative and shoot it as a capitalism or cash or however you're gonna work it. I don't know. I'm learning right now. Those good. And hey guys, my guest is here, so we're about to get him in here. It's already 10:30, so I said 10:30 a.m. today. We're having the Push Power Show, and we're having Mr. Christopher Allen. Like I said, it's gonna be awesome. Hey, I already have a comment. Let me read the comment before I bring him in here. Blessings, hey, blessings, Mr. Darius Bradley. So here it is, man. I can put you here. I'm gonna put him in here, Mr. Darius Bradley Sr. He said, "Blessings there, Mr. Jesus. So just go get it. God bless." Just thank you, Mr. Darius. Have a blessed day. But nonetheless, let me get the guest, Mr. Christopher Allen. Man, we're gonna have an amazing time right now. So if you're watching it right now live, number one, if you're watching you're gonna watch the replay, number two, and share it, man. Share. This is gonna be great information, not only for myself, not only for Mr. Allen, but like I was saying, to everybody out there, our kids. That if you have your kids watching the show, like I said, this is a show that everybody can watch, not only yourself but your kids can watch. Like I said, I'm working on projects right now that has to be with the kids. So this is amazing. I can. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna stop. Let me get them in here. Hold on a second. Something happened. Yeah, when you go live, things happen. There it is. Mr. Christopher Allen. Welcome. Can you hear me? No, I can't hear you. Take them off. Sorry. Can you hear me? I can't hear you yet. Me, I can't hear you. Let's see. Let me send you a private chat right now so can you hear me? Yeah, okay. I can't hear you. Like you're talking right now, but I can't hear you. Are you doing it through your computer? You're good. You can do it through the computer or the phone, but the computer is better. Don't worry. We'll get this. When you go live, things happen. But you still share it. This is gonna be great information. Like I said, we're pushing out there what his projects, what he's doing, a little bit about his storytelling, a little bit about his storytelling. He's gonna look at that. He has a poster right there. What now? All right. When he comes back, I'll put him again. Welcome, Christopher. It's all good. It's all good in the school. I'm telling you guys, this is gonna be an amazing show. Do not miss it. If you're getting it right now, start pressing it, sharing it. We're paying like I don't want to say pay. I don't know how I heard it from somebody else that I was watching the show. We're paying it forward. So as you while you're sharing this, somebody out there is gonna get this great information so they can share it to others. So if you're out there, share it. I mean, like I always say, if it comes from your heart, if it comes from you, share it. But like we're in a position now where everybody's at home, we're being said, we're trying to give you out there, pushing out there great information so you can learn a little bit of something and take action. Take action. So we're giving a lot of information. I'm gonna bring you all these guests. They're gonna give you a lot of information, but it depends to you if you're gonna take action. And the next step, it depends to you if you want to invest on yourself. I know, like I said, you gotta adapt. We have to adapt. We still gotta make money. We still gotta pay our bills. I know all of these things are going on. Being home, nobody's working. I'm not working, but I'm over here studying and reading and working my mind and see how the adaptation of me. Who am I gonna collaborate? Who I gotta go look so we can collaborate so we can still use each other's ideas and move forward, right? And it's gonna happen. That's how we gotta do it. That's how we gotta do it because now it's already a new world, like I said. But when we go back, I don't want to say back to normal because it's not gonna be normal, and it's not gonna be normal because this is just the virus, the coronavirus, or beyond the coronavirus, the economy. So the economy is another different thing. So I'm gonna look for somebody to bring you here, an economist, so we can talk about that too. So I mean, but I saw a video that they said it will take about 2 years. Yeah, we'll back if you want to say normal, back to work or whatever you're doing, but everything to get back to structure, everything to get back to, you know, oh yeah, we're booming again. They're saying about 2 years. It's gonna be a slow process till we get there again. So this is the time where we gotta adapt. This is the time where we gotta look for collaborations. This is the time where you gotta be super creative, super creative. That's what are the three C's. The three C's from Miss Laura, and I'll definitely get her here. As a telling you, I would definitely get her here as a guest. That's no problem at all. But I think he's coming right now. So I'm telling you, when you go live, things happen, and that's the best thing, man. When you go live, let me get him in here. Let's see. Boom.
How's that? Can you hear me now? Hopefully we are good.
Uh, Definitely, brother.
Okay, I had to switch from a smartphone to the computer, like you said.
Yeah, and I mean, I had some guests that they used their telephone. They were outside, and it works.
Interesting.
I
Yeah,
don't know why it didn't work. It's when you go live, things happen. That's why you're live.
always live TV, live using technology.
Oh yeah, but welcome, man. Welcome to the Push Power Show, man. Thank you to be here.
Thanks for the invitation. It's
Oh, no problem.
I like hopping on from my bedroom.
Oh yeah, man. And I wanted to ask you a question. How did we meet, man? I was talking right now to the viewers. I was like, man, I remember we actually never like met and talked like for an hours and went to lunch or dinner. I was trying to
Right.
remember if the time that we met, was that at the Starbucks?
Yeah, I was working with my team of photographers at Starbucks 19 Willowbrook area, and I believe you were recording your show, if I'm not mistaken, because I can spot a podcaster or someone with their own show a mile away, and that's how we
Yeah, I was
connected.
doing an interview.
Yeah, you sure was. You was doing an interview back then. I think that's the best time to connect with people is when they're in their element.
Oh yeah, man. That's what I was like telling the viewers, man. I was like, that's the only thing I remember. And then from there, I just kept on following you and your photographs from your phone and all this. But I'm gonna leave you to say that. But that's amazing from how we met. And I'm like sitting here. I'm like, how we as humans we evolve. You know how you get
Mhm.
creative and how you just throw it out there.
Right, right. I think it's amazing too because you never know who you're sitting by. You never know who's at that same Starbucks that you're working at, and it doesn't have to be Starbucks. It can be anywhere. But it's kind of like if you open your mouth, you may meet someone. You may not have time right then and there to go into their resume, but one connection, one phone number, or Facebook or Instagram exchange, and you can start networking. A good
Oh
way
yeah.
to network.
Oh yeah. But I'm gonna be quiet and I'm gonna let people, right now, the viewers that are watching us from, since we're going all social media platforms, who is Mr. Christopher Allen? Tell them a little bit. We go here as storytelling, so you can tell them. I always like, when everybody start telling who they are, but they throw a little story of, when you were little or something that you think it was amazing that happened to you.
Right. Okay. Well, again, thanks for letting me hop on your platform and share. Again, my name is Christopher Allen. Oh man. So I consider a photographer right now. I like to consider myself as an entrepreneur. I have a business called C. Allen Photos. It was my original photography company. But I've been in the photography game for about 10 years and just recently kind of transitioned into education, teaching people how to be their own photographers, how to have fun using technology. We do that through our events called Shoot Your Shot. It's all adults. And because no matter how great of a photographer that I feel that I am, there's everyone's taking photos, and there's always opportunity to teach people how to take better photos using their iPhones, their Androids. I'm a little biased. I love iPhones. Um, but yeah, I was just been, like you said, kid wise, I've been a kid who always wanted to know what's going on. And so whether I'm at an event, anywhere, I'm looking at the DJ, I'm watching the host and the MC, I'm watching how people interact, and I kind of just study the whole entire room. So as a photographer, you get to do a lot of people watching, and you kind of get to see what people are into. You get to see when people are bored at an event. In my head, it's like, what can I do to keep their attention? When people are bored, they usually get on their cell phones. So I kind of noticed people like being on their phones, to pass time. So I said, if I ever hosted an event, I'm going to make sure you will get an opportunity to do something that you probably don't realize that you do at events. And I'm going to give you a reason to learn different applications on your phone, and you're going to have fun doing so. So I'm all about experience now. So most photographers believe in providing like really, really great photos. As artists, we love that. We value that. But I wouldn't say people don't value it as much. They never forget their experience. So they go to concerts, they use their smartphones, they would try to record the whole concert. As a professional, we know the quality isn't going to be good, but it doesn't matter. If you pay attention, they want to save that experience more than the quality of that video from their phone. So give people great experiences. And so that's how I got to what I like to call the C. Allen experiences with events that I host. And I want to give people a good experience, and they walk away learning how to use their phone, things that they wasn't thinking about. So, yeah, stories. I've worked with a lot of people. Oh man, I've had the opportunity to work with a lot of people in Houston, in different cities. I was on tour before the coronavirus shut everything down. So a lot of canceled dates, but I had the opportunity to travel to LA, New York, Florida. It was a whole bunch of different cities with one of my comedian clients, and just using my smartphone to capture the behind the scenes on the tour. His name is Eddie B. I've also worked with Yolanda Adams. She's a gospel artist from Houston, and just even teaching celebrities how people want to see what goes on behind the scenes with them. And we don't have to have a big production. Our iPhone cameras are so amazing that the quality is really great, and you're able to post it and share it almost in real time. so you don't have to wait 2 weeks to edit the project. You people want to see you kind of naturally. So the benefit of that is you connect more with your audience when people can see you being, this is how you are behind the scenes. So I kind of just mastered that. That's what I'm still doing to this day. Yeah, I look forward to developing it.
That's good, man. Like you saying, when that's why when I mentioned, I saw you taking pictures, and then I was like, is he taking it through the cameras? And then I started reading yourself, and I said, oh, through the phone, through that phone. I was like, I never, and I was just like sitting down asking myself, like, why through the phone when he has a camera? And then I started like you're saying right now, it's going live. You could just take a picture right there, good picture, or it might not be good, but you can post it right in there. You don't have to wait weeks or a mini video.
Right.
So I was like, this is a good idea that nobody took it and adapted and did it. Is everybody's always fighting either a phone or a camera is better. But as you know, the phones are getting like evolved with these cameras, and it's just amazing that you can just carry it. You carry your iPhone and take a picture here and there, a small video, and it's still good, looking good as a camera.
Right. The quality, like a lot of cell phones, like the iPhone, films in 4K, and most people don't understand
Mm-hmm.
that's quality. When you see it on a computer, it's crystal clear quality. And I knew it was a thing when I've seen Channel 13 News, I've seen CNN, and this was before we were on lockdown and everyone had to broadcast from their bedroom, from their house. They were already using footage. They were already using their iPhone, doing stories on location, and that same footage was being uploaded and shared on CNN. I'm like, if this footage is good enough to be on CNN or the local news, it's A1 quality, right? So I was like, yeah, that's what the pros are doing, the professionals are doing. So what's stopping us from doing the same thing? And you don't have any excuses, and you don't have to ask anybody for permission to start your own podcast, to start your own show. You just got to do it.
Yeah, you just gotta jump in it. That's what I've been telling people. I mean, like we were talking about yesterday. Like, how can we, adapt? Because now we have to really adapt to, man. It's not the same anymore. It's a new world now. It's not like when
Completely.
I'm reading in Facebook. Everybody's like, oh, we gotta open Houston already and stuff like that. But they don't see what's beyond that. That it's not just gonna be like, oh, open. We're gonna go to the restaurant tomorrow and sit down like it was normal back then. It's not gonna happen like that.
Right.
It's stuff that it just took my head.
I think I think it's shocking, and I think we're in denial a little bit until we realize, like you said, this isn't just gonna go away just like that. Um, a lot of different platforms are gonna have to evolve and come into where we at now. It took a quarantine, a stay-at-home order to figure out how can we still function and still get our jobs done, um, while being at home. And this is what you have. So if you was doing it before, it was just practice. It was practice. You were doing it before. We had to do it. Now we have to do it, right? So I actually went to the doctor a couple weeks ago, virtually, right in my bedroom. Met with the nurse. The nurse left the room, and she was like, the doctor will be with you. The doctor came in the room, and it was just like, wow, this is like Back to the Future, Back in the Future too. But now we're living it.
It's crazy that you're, because I've been having my ear has been hurting for 3 weeks, and I've been letting it pass and pass because I thought I was just sleeping too hard on my left. But I said,
Mhm.
no, 3 weeks is not. So the same thing. I call, and then they told me, can we 15 minutes, like you just said, and like 15 minutes later they call me back and they're like, what are the symptoms? What are this? And I got my medicine here. I just went to Walmart and picked it up yesterday and look at that.
Wow.
Today I woke up and it's feeling a little bit better, but I have to drink the medicine. It's 10
Yeah.
days. So I just drank right for the show. That's why I have my water. I drank it because I had to drink it 1 pill every hour. But I'm feeling a little bit better now. But But
Oh,
imagine
that's
if I would
good.
have said for another week, what if that thing would have spread out, the infection everywhere. That would have been worse,
Oh,
especially now that nobody's look at you.
right, man. To see that you got your results and the solution virtually or over the phone is yeah, it's a new day. It's a new way.
And we have to adapt to that. That's why tonight, like I'm doing two, one in the morning, one at night, and the tonight is me. I want to talk to about the people that I had this virus 3 years ago. They're gonna know what happened when I had it 3 years ago. I wanted to let them know so they won't have this fear. I the one that it is now. I guess could be more advanced or something. But when I
Mm,
had this, it was crazy, man.
wow,
Watch
really?
tonight. I'm gonna go tonight at 10. Mom told me, she's like, you gotta go out there, and she's like, why don't you do a show and of you telling the story when you had it 3 years ago? And she's like, I have all the papers here when we took you to the hospital
Mm,
so many times and anything to. I'm just gonna tell you right now, viewers, they didn't know anything about this. They told me I was fine to go back home. I
that's
couldn't breathe.
that's the part that I think is just kind of like the scary part is knowing no, I know something's wrong with me. I'm having problems breathing, or I kept feeling like I'm gonna pass out, but they're telling me to go home. Like what? Yeah, I
And I
think you
went
should
and I
share
went to
that story.
like that's one of the best hospitals here in Houston, Texas, the Methodist here in Katy. And I went there and they did the whole X-ray and everything, and you're fine, you're gonna be okay, man. But tonight, y'all will hear like all my pain, all I went, what I went through. Man, that was crazy, man. Like
Wow,
when my
glad
mom
you
was
got
telling me,
through it.
I just went back to those 3 years back, and I was sitting down at the sofa yesterday, and I was like, damn. I was
Re-
like, man, I do not want nobody to have like. It took me, I think, about let's see, 1, 2, yeah, about 2, 3 months to go back to work.
Wow,
Like I
wow.
was like, actually, I tried, I couldn't. Like I had to go back home, and at that time, I'm just gonna leave it to that because I don't want to tell the story to
Yeah,
tonight. I
yeah,
was
yeah.
working in construction.
We gotta go. We gotta tune into you tonight.
Yeah, tune in tonight. Hey man, I'm like I'm excited to tell that because my mom is like, why don't you get on and tell the story? And I was like, nah, I don't think it's important. But I was like, nah, it is, man. Because yesterday I had the news that one of my cousins turned out to be positive.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I hate hearing those. 'Cause you never know who's gonna take it, how they're gonna take it. Yeah.
Yeah. And I talked to him yesterday and like, are you okay? He's like, yeah, man, I'm home. I'm quarantined. I mean, I don't have the fever anymore, but I just gotta had to be, at home isolated from everybody. So he's just by himself.
Mm.
And I'm like, that's great.
Yeah,
I
it
mean,
changes
not
lifestyle.
to pass it on to nobody.
Yeah, it definitely changes up your routine and it changes up your lifestyle. The fact that you have to be quarantined by yourself. The fact that you have to be quarantined by yourself can do something mentally. It's just like, especially if you're lonely. I'm like, what if a person's lonely already? That doesn't help their mental, their mental state. But
I know, man. A couple of days ago, I mean, I think last week I was here and I was sitting down and I was already getting frustrated, dude. I was like every day, like around 2 o'clock or 1:30, I go outside and work out for an hour. So you need to get that outside and not outside to go and be around with people, but the outside to
right,
be working out and being yourself, kind of getting your mentality, fresh out there. And I was
right,
getting crazy here. I was like, it's been another day, and I was like, same routine. I'm like, I'm not doing anything. I'm at home trying to adapt and see who I can talk to, bring in guests, and
right.
we collaborate,
Absolutely.
But
Which
it
I
was getting like,
speak of collaborations all the time. Now you just have to figure out how to do it virtually from your home, since it's safe to be at home unless you're an essential worker. You still can collaborate. You still can have conversations like we're having. You can share ideas. You can plan for the future, and that's what I've been doing. Because as photographers, we're not shooting right now. So I'm booking clients, but I'm telling them I don't know. We can do May, but we got to see what May looks like. So you're not really too sure yet, but it's definitely a good time to plan. Actually, I'm planning to bring my event Shoot Your Shot, like I said, my interactive photography experience to U of H downtown. I think you went to U of H downtown. I graduated from U of H downtown in 2006, I believe. And so I was like, well, now's a good time to reach out to people because they're at home. Let me just give you the idea and see how we can build from there. But now you're more than likely going to answer an email, text message, or a phone call before the whole world is busy. You know?
Yeah, man, it's just it's crazy, but this is the best way now. That's why the internet is being so. You see it that now some of the videos are like low quality because everybody's in the internet now. Everybody's doing shows. As we speaking right now, I have a couple of friends doing their shows right now at this time because I
Oh
try to get
wow.
them in the morning. I try to get them in the morning, and they're like, "Oh man, I have my show in the morning now." I was like, "Oh man," and now I'm gonna do it at night, so I know they don't do it at night. So I was like, "I'm gonna get them at night."
Right. The cool thing about it is that there's an audience all times. There's an audience that are
Yep.
late night, that are up, wide awake after 10 o'clock, after 12 o'clock. There's an audience in the morning, like that are up. And so there's really no limit. There's really no limit.
No, especially now that we all at home, except for
Right,
essential workers. But that's mostly, everybody else is at home, and they're
right.
they're getting like I said, some of them like just the regular people, like everybody, like they're already, what are we doing? I got all my kids here. I mean, the school's already been canceled the whole year, so it's they're like, but this I say this is the best times that you can be at home and be more as a family than when we are always saying I don't have time. I don't have time for my kids. Now you cannot put that excuse
It's
because
not
you
an
got the
excuse.
time at home with kids. So you
Right.
have to prepare yourself, be more interactive with them, not with the computer and not, but like with them. Play video, I mean, play anything at home that you have any hide and go seek at home, and they like that, man. Instead of
Creative.
just like, here's the
Definitely. It's definitely a good time to be creative. It's definitely a good time to get to know your kids because a lot of times you don't have people don't make time outside of taking care of them, feeding them, picking them up from school, taking them to practice. Now you have time to really get to know your kids because they are little humans and they have their own thoughts. They have their own things that they like. I have four nieces. If you ask them their favorite color, one of them is a baby, you're gonna get gibberish. But the other three, you're gonna get three different favorite colors. They each have their own mind, but it's a good time to get to know your kids. And you always got to look on a bright side and or find the silver lining in a situation. So I also help kids with their photography. So I haven't been able to do it this month, but my nieces, hey, show me what you learned. Let me see if you're paying attention. How do you take a great photo? Where's the lighting at? Um, we have nothing but time. So
true.
yeah,
And
yes, sir.
that's what I saw it too. Like I know that. I mean, I know my calling. I know that what I have to do too is teaching the kids and teaching them. And I was that's why I'm trying to collaborate. Not trying, but to collaborate with the owners, with Kidspreneurs. That big company that they created. That book is called Kidspreneurs, and they have ideas for the kids, and they have the book. Then they have a lot of things that they're working right now to put it all digital since nobody can go out there. I mean, and buy the book, but they're gonna have the book digital. And now they're working on three more books for the kids on how to, leverage with their money, how to use the money in the bank, all of it that the kids can understand. That's something that they're working right now.
Nice.
Um, and I had a meeting with one of the owners because there's two owners. So we had a meeting on Skype, and I told him like my story and everything and what I wanted to do. And now I'm seeing it because now we do have to collaborate since everything is new. Kind of find out who is doing something the same as you, but has the same platform, but it already built it. It's already there. So why would like we all say, let's recreate and make another circle? Why not? It's already been built. Why
Right.
don't have a meeting and say, this is what I have, this is what I've been doing, this is what I'm bringing to the table. How can we collaborate? How can I be in there with you? Can I, with the direct, can I be the face of kidpreneurs? How can we start like this, like that? And I told them every single ways, but I mean, every time I go to sleep, I've been building more ideas and more creative. So
Yeah.
I know I gotta have another meeting with them soon, and this is good because it's for the kids. It's something that
Absolutely.
kidspreneurs, they got to start learning. I mean, not only about the school, but they got to learning outside the school, because in school
Right.
you already know that they never thought of money. They're never gonna teach you about that, and it's just the same thing they're teaching them now in school. They taught us that when we went to school. So when
Right.
they go out to the world, they're like, whoa, like we did, like, whoa, man, I don't know how to balance checks, so I don't know how to balance this. Imagine having that opportunity to teach your kids without these books, being that they're gonna be digital, and have a like an activity, hey, this 30 minutes we're gonna learn this section. And even if the kids don't want to have their own business or anything, you're giving them that idea, you're giving them that power of them knowing that's gonna happen. So when they get older, they're like, "Oh man, I want to keep on learning that," or like, "Man, my mom and dad taught me, how to get this money, put it in the bank, and invest here, or invest on my friend because he got a good idea. Now I know. Now, if they want to do it, that's fine. They learned it, and if they don't, that's still fine. But like I said, they have that conscience, that not knowing, and then being our age later, 20, 30 years, and be like, man, what should I do next? I mean, I don't really know what to do. So I was like, all of these ideas and creativities that come to my mind, and said, and I want to be 80, and I want to see our kids, our generation of the kids. I have a daughter, she's 7, and be like, man, I put a dent. I lived that legacy, and I left something that is gonna help them, that we won't see our generation living on the freeway, that we won't see our generations fighting and having these wars because of power and money.
Right.
Even though evil is always gonna be there, but it's gonna be clamped down, because us, as we're here, we're giving them all their information. We're trying to help them and push them out there. So I said, man, the much we can do for the kids, man, it's gonna be just great, man.
Right. That's awesome. Yeah. It's much bigger than us.
Yeah, it's much bigger than us, man. And I didn't even know that that's what it was leading for me, until I started, realizing why. I'm like, man, I've been working with the kids for 4 or 5 years in daycares, and I've been speaking to kids in schools, and I'm sitting down and I was like, man, maybe God put me that way. Maybe because of my story of that I didn't see my daughter for 2 years and a half. And then I got into the kids because that's what made me happy. Seeing the kids made
Right.
me open my heart and be like, okay, I cannot see my daughter, but I'm around all these kids, so I'm happy. So when I see her, I'm like super happy.
Right.
And I started like rephrasing my sentence. There it is. God wants me to go through this path. God wants me to help the kids. God wants me to create a bigger platform for them. So why not do it? I know it's gonna take some time. I know it's gonna be some work, but that's what it is. Nothing is
Right.
easy. Nothing's gonna come in your plate.
Right. Right. Absolutely. That's kind of, I was kind of getting burned out from just doing photography. It's recycled, doing events to where it wasn't fun anymore. And then I know I hosted one. My kids are called Digital Dopeness Kids because I want to teach them confidence. I want to teach them when they have the camera to own the room. You can take pictures of anybody in a room. People listen to you with the camera because they feel like you have some sort of power. So I teach them how to unlock that power. Well, when I seen the excitement that kids have once they have the camera, it's kind of like you get excited all over again. Like I went through that phase of I can do this. I could be a photographer, or I can make a business out of it. I remember that excitement, but to see it in kids' face of like I took a really good picture, it just kind of makes you happy. It kind of feeds your soul and your spirit. Yep.
It does, man. It's like I was watching your pictures and the photographs. I'm like, man, it'll be an idea of mine. Like you're doing your shots, shoot your shots. You already did like 2 or 3, right? You did one in May, and then
Yeah,
that
we've
was
done
last year
more.
though, in
We've done
September. And I was like I was thinking, on my part of doing with the kidspreneurs, I told them an idea that I'm still, even if I know that we're gonna work together, I just feel it. But this is an idea that nobody's doing a platform for, like what I was saying for the kids, open up a platform for them to speak, like a speaker academy, but name it as the kidspreneurs, where it's only about kids, having their own ideas. Oh, I want to open a lemonade, or I want to, it's an example. And I was like, man, you could do the same thing, because you're mostly with the pictures on the phones, the same thing. Or we can collaborate with that, and create a platform that is speaking just for kids, but it's only about pictures with your phone, or if they have a camera, but only the kids. Not everybody is, gonna be, the kids gonna want to use their phone,
Right.
but the kids that are that, you can create that, and that would be like an extra, you know out there helping the kids. Because like you said, when we see that, it makes you happy. It made me happy too when I bought my daughter I gave her a camera and a tripod. I was like, oh my god, that's me. Like a little mini me, I'm so happy.
Right.
And I was
Right.
like, the best thing when everything gets back, even if it doesn't get, to normal. It's not normal anymore, but you know what I mean. We can
Right.
still do it a platform here, only for the kids, and like show them the ways. This is how you take the picture. How you got to go get some lightning, or do you have lightning at home? You have a real camera, and they get to speak, their own speaking. You know what, Mr. Chris, I really love cameras, but I'm afraid of taking pictures. This is the way we can teach them. You don't have to be afraid. Then when we can be out together united, we can be having a platform, at a hotel, and build it up like around the world. And then we have all these kids with just having the pictures, and the photographs. That'd be a really good, cool thing. And the same implement with the kids that, they want to learn different things. They want to be an entrepreneur, following what you're doing, or they want to build something from fresh. Because some of the kids, they want to write books.
Right.
So let's just put the resources that we know and say, hey, parents, I know the resources when they can go out there and get a ghostwriter, or they want to write it, here it is.
Give them the formula. Yeah.
Yeah, even the formula. And that's the best thing, that us, we have these resources. I mean, why keep them to ourselves? I mean, it's for everybody to use. If they don't want to use it, man, that's fine. But those resources are gonna help, because it's like me and yourself. We have resources, so somebody else comes to you and say, hey, you know what, Chris, or hey, Jesus, I know somebody that can help you to get scaled up on what you're doing. You're not gonna say no. You're gonna say yes. Give me the number. I want to talk to
Help. Yeah. Exactly. Exactly.
Oh yeah, but this is what I mean. Like, the time for us to collaborate, and it's good if you only don't collaborate with one company, but you collaborate with different companies, because you're still gonna grow. As you know,
And
it's gonna be so different now. Because after we get this, I have a feeling that a lot of those big jobs are gonna be like, you know what, stay home, work from home, and I'm still gonna pay you $20 an hour, but just stay at home. Just I'm gonna send you this packet. This is what you gotta do at work. I mean, at home.
yeah,
That's I have a feeling that most big companies are gonna do that.
yeah, because at the end of the day, if you can produce those same results, that's what I believe companies want is results, the same results that you were creating on the job. If you're able to do them from home, and now I can see it, then I think you're right. They're gonna say, let's continue this workflow, and keep it going. It may help the morale of the employees as well. So I would, as an employer, I would do it if I know you're still getting the job done. That's all I would be concerned about.
Yeah, me too. I'll be like, all right. And their mind right now, they're like, how much cost we gonna, all this money we gonna save. We don't have to have this big building with 300-400 people. Get rid of that. They're at home. We save millions of dollars to this. That's probably what they're thinking right now, man, because of everything, of the cuts and the committees right now. They're like, man, we want to get more, save more money, have more money, so we can grow the company. But if we keep on having all these offices around the world, money now. That would have been my thought if I was one of the big top out there. Be like, man, you know what? I want to keep up my employees. I want to have them happy.
Right.
They'll be at home. I'll still give them the same benefits. I even add extra, so they an extra 3 vacations and paid off with for Hawaii because now I can because I'm saving all this money that I'm closing all these buildings. It's I know that's probably what they're thinking.
Right. No, you're right.
Not all of them.
Right. This is we're living in, and I like to call it an alternate reality because no one saw it coming, but it's here. So we're living in a change up. So whether you were ready or not, you have to adopt. We're gonna adopt. Trust me. Regardless, everyone's gonna adopt. Um, every industry, every entrepreneur, every creative, we're all going to adopt. And now we lean on technology even more so. And it's just incorporating that into your workflow. I can't speak for other companies. I'm pretty sure there are plenty of Zoom calls, Zoom meetings to discuss how they're going to move forward and something's going to get cut out. Some things are going to get cut out. Some things are going to be added. You're going to probably invest a little bit more in making sure you have the right technology to be able to broadcast, have a consistent Wi-Fi. Just areas that now is going to make us do our jobs, in this fashion, this form. I mean, Google's killing it. I'm sure Apple is doing good. I'm pretty sure people are still buying phones because now these are mobile communication. They've been communication devices, but people still think that they're just telephones when they're really computers, which is what I've been preaching. And every single shoot your shot, I teach people the very first thing they say, I make them hold up their phones. I said, your phone makes you the most powerful person in the room. Now I say it, but I lived it. The last 3 years, I've been in cities that I've never been in before. I've been on the East Coast. I've been in Detroit. There are cities that you're like, I wonder, do they have a subway? Well, I look it up on my phone to see the different modes of transportation in this city. There's some cities don't have Lyft. Some cities may not have Uber. Your phone is your everything. It gets you to your hotel. It gets you hungry. You want some pizza or you want some Mexican food. Your phone is your lifeline. And then when you meet somebody, bless you. If you're going into an event and you already know who the guest speaker is going to be, somebody that you may want to meet, well, you can already look them up on LinkedIn. You can look them up on Facebook and just familiarize yourself with who that person is. What do they like? So when you do connect with them, you may already know that y'all went to the same college or y'all may be a part of the same fraternity. I teach them, you have to unlock that power. Like, it's there for you. You just have to tap into it. And so it makes you smarter because we don't all know the answers, but I teach kids, you have to have the ability to go find the answer. I know you don't know. If I ask you a question, I may know you don't know the answer, but you have to think like this. You have to be able to find the answer quickly, cross-reference it, make sure once you Google it, make sure that's right, because everything on Google, is not necessarily, you got to cross-reference it. But yeah.
You're right.
Just my 2 cents.
It's crazy. Yeah, you're right though, and it is what it is. Like you said, everybody's gonna get to adapt. Even I don't say everybody because there's still gonna be out there people that they're not gonna be awoken and the things that are happening. Oh man, tomorrow, what is it? Tomorrow's Thursday, right? And I don't even know the date.
Yeah.
Crazy this is.
Yeah, tomorrow's Thursday.
And that's good. But that's good. That's what I used to tell people when I was doing my mini videos and just posting them out there. I said, don't worry about the days. Don't worry about the hours. Worry about what you applying and what you're making in that day.
That is true.
Because if you worry about too much of the date and hours, you're never going to accomplish nothing. Time is going to go like this. Yes, we got 24 hours. Out of those 24 hours, you got to implement what you're going to do. But, you are never going to get that time back. It's gone. It's gone.
Right. I preach the same thing. Sometimes I turn the clocks around to prevent focusing on that. Yeah.
It's it's crazy because I never thought about it like that until I'm like, man, you sit down and you're like 4 hours pass. I'm like, I didn't do nothing, and you're like, I ain't getting nothing back. It's like, oh, let me, because it even happens now. Some of the days that I'm at home, I'm like, man, I didn't do anything, but I watched the series on Netflix. But I'm like, that's okay. I know that I did work the 3 days before, and like maybe my brain just needs to, for liver out. And I know I'm still gonna do some work and put some notes later on the night. So I'm still gonna accomplish something, even if it's in 30 minutes. I'm gonna accomplish it.
Right. The brain does have to recalibrate, it has to rest, and
Mhm.
ideas can come like this. Like,
Yes, and ideas are, and write them down. Write them down. That's what I've been doing, man. I tell people, right? I used to hate writing. My mom's like, write everything down since I was little till now, and I'm like, nah, it's in my mind. Nah, she's solid in my notebooks.
yeah, definitely. So you won't forget them because I'm sure after you go through the day, so many different things are gonna pop up, and you would try to remember that great idea, that great thought that you had, and you can't. Yeah, I definitely
That's
preach right in there.
very true. Oh yeah. Before we leave, I just want to, leave something for the audience. Something that they feel great. That when we both of us are at home, we're trying to adapt and get something, so they won't be, oh man, I cannot do this, I cannot do that. I mean, what should I do? Because a lot of people have a lot of questions. I do want to start a business, and I don't know how to do this. Kind of like lift them up. So like, give them a one positive thing that they feel great today Wednesday.
Yeah, I always say this, and I reiterate that if you have access to your smartphone, you have access to the computer, like explore your interests. And it may not be what your job is, but explore your interests. And I also say start your day with a smile. Just smile for no reason. Like look in the mirror, start with a smile. Um, be grateful. Think about the things that you're grateful for. And start there. But you have time to kind of tap into maybe a new hobby or something that you may have been interested in doing. Trust me, YouTube has a tutorial or have information about it. So I would just say feed your soul, feed your spirit in that way. And I say keep, like when you smile, it changes the energy around you, right? We don't think about it, but it does. And think about
It
the
does.
positives.
Oh yeah. Before we go, just put all your information where they can follow you and find you, and where where they can ask you any questions about what you do with your photographs and your phone. Uh Comment them below, because I mean I'm gonna start sharing this. I mean, it's being shared, and I know you've been sharing it too. And I know I'm gonna cut them to minute videos, and you know what we do. We already know
Right,
we make a
right.
lot of
And
so
it's it,
people will know what to do. And so we're providing, since we're at home, so they can know what you do, and they can ask you any questions at this time that we're at home.
okay. I'm adding a couple of my websites in the comments. Shootyourshot.com, shootyourshot.tx, and Instagram c.allenphotos is where you can see the experience.
I got it.
Got
I'll
it?
put them right here, right now, in the comments, so people can actually go find it. And even though I'll still post it, since I got
Right.
on my Facebook, so you good. See, I want to see if you can see it. I just posted right now. I think it's barely going through. There it goes. One went through. Then digital dopeness kits, and then you send the other one. Shoot your shot. There he goes. I got it right here.
Shoot your shot. Take advantage of opportunity.
I got it. It's in there, and I got it. So anytime I'm gonna post the little videos, cut it for a minute, and I'm gonna make sure that they know. So that's what we gotta do. Help each other out. I mean, that's what I'm telling people right now. The
Definitely.
guests,
Thank you
as I'm
for
putting
inviting me on
out
it.
there, you can tell people what I do, and we're good. This won't be the last time. We'll actually talk about a way of behind scenes, so we can collaborate on things that I was telling you. We can make something happen. Now that we have Zoom and all of this. Um, different that you can do like this one. I'm using StreamYard. This is pretty cool. Like you can just go multiple at once, and then you can see everybody's comments, and then you could do your logo and stuff. This is cool.
Yeah, definitely, definitely pretty cool. I like it. I like it. I love it actually. So thanks for inviting me on the show. I had no time, and I know it won't be the last.
Oh no, thank you, sir, and you have a blessed Wednesday.
All right.
Thanks for all the info too.
Huh?
The great information that people are gonna hear today.
Oh,
The replayers.
for sure. All right. All right. Take care.
Smile. There he goes. All right, see your show. No, let me put it. Show. Can they show it? Yes, here it is. Oh yeah, you can see. As you can see, guys, his information, his two websites, so you can check it out: www.shootyourshot.texas.com, and then let's see, where's the other one? Oh, here it is. And then check this one out too. Before I ended up the show, and it's the digitaldopeness.kids.com. Check both of them out. I'll definitely put it back. Let me get that back. Thank you very much, guys, for being here in the show today. The Push Power to Power show. Like I said, I this is what I'm gonna be bringing you in mornings and nights. I'm gonna be pushing in a lot of information, great information about everybody. That the guests that are coming, they're doing something different. They're telling you a little bit of the story, the storytelling, and a little bit of or like something story what happened to them that was great that turned them around, and then getting to what they do, and pushing out their information, something that they can help you while you're at home, and so they can help you and it can help me, and you can reach to them. Like I said, I just posted them their websites, and you can find him on Facebook and Instagram and everywhere as Christopher Allen. And any question, ask them. And like I said, if you go through the websites that I just put, I would definitely put them again. You'll find his website, I mean his social media there, and you can go out there and ask him. But Christopher Allen is his name. Thank you again, Christopher Allen, for being in the show on the Push Power to Power show. It was amazing, and this is not the last time that I'm gonna be bringing out this guest. Like I said, I was not bringing in guests for a while because I was trying to see what I was gonna do. But now I know I've been seeing everybody out there bringing you guests and giving a lot of information to help you guys, to help everybody that is at home, to help the the guys that are doing the show like myself, that is helping myself by bringing him, learning new things, being creative, being being out there and being creative again to everything that you're doing, man. Be creative to every aspects of life that you're doing now, and also you will learn something new from the guests. So tonight it would be me learning that I had 3 years ago. 3 years ago, I had the coronavirus. So do not miss tonight's show of me telling you the story of how I had the coronavirus 3 years ago. And it's gonna be amazing. It won't be long. I would say that you never know. It could be long. It can be long, but the best thing is that what I'm pushing out there so you can learn how I felt all of the things that happened to me when I had it, and I'm happy to be back and to be bringing you this guest like I'm right now finishing up and getting connected with more guests. So I can already set them up and have them for the rest of the week and the rest of the other week and the rest of the days, so we can all learn something, so we can all apply, write it, and collaborate. The three C's, my collaboration, creativity, and capitalism, from Miss Laurel Lungermeyer. I don't know how to say her last name, but Miss Laurel. And I'll definitely get her here as a guest because she has a lot of information about money, something that we got to learn. And money is a tool. Money is a tool. It's not the root of all evil. Is a tool, so you can use it to make sure that everybody in your family is taken care of, and everybody else that you want to help will be taken care of. Thank you for being here in the Push Power Show with your host Jesus Ortiz, and it brought you by Yeraldy Media, your concert media group, and the Jesus Ortiz blog. God bless, and I'll see ya tonight. So tune in at 10:30 p.m. Push Power Show is out.